It all started when I got a job as a night assistant at the Central Hospital morgue. The shift was lonely and heavy, but the pay was good, and I needed the money. The routine was simple: file records, clean the rooms, and make sure everything was in order before dawn. The first week was quiet. Teas arrived in the early morning, and I was in charge of placing them in the refrigeration chambers. Sometimes I heard creaking sounds, but I always attributed it to the old pipes or the cold. However, one night, everything changed. I was checking the inventory when I heard a loud thud coming from the autopsy room. As I approached, I noticed the light flickering. I slowly entered and saw one of the stretchers in the middle of the room. I knew I had left it against the wall. As I moved closer to return it to its place, I noticed a dark stain on the floor, as if something heavy had been dragged. That same night, while I was reviewing documents, the noise returned. This time, it was a faint whisper, as if someone was speaking softly. I moved closer to the source of the sound and realized it was coming from one of the refrigeration chambers. The air felt dense and cold, much more than usual. I gathered my courage and opened the door, expecting to find a technical issue. But there was nothing, just the body of a middle-aged woman covered by a sheet. As I was about to close it, the body moved. It wasn't a typical spasm. It was a slow movement, as if trying to turn over. I froze. The woman had her eyes open, glassy, fixed on the ceiling. I slammed the door shut, trying to convince myself it was just a post-mortem reflex. In the following days, the strange events intensified. While walking down the corridor, I would see shadows moving out of the corner of my eye. The lights flickered more frequently, and the refrigeration chambers seemed to open on their own. One night, while drinking coffee to stay awake, the security monitor showed something that froze me. A pale, hunched figure walking slowly down the central corridor. I decided to investigate on my own. I checked the recent death records and found a strange pattern. Many of the bodies belonged to patients who had died under mysterious or violent circumstances. One of them, a man who had died in a car accident, had records of being declared dead on 2 different occasions. A tea that sent chills down my spine. One night, the monitor displayed a disturbing scene. A hunched figure standing next to chamber number 4, murmuring something in an almost pleading tone. When I checked the chamber in person, no one was there. But upon opening the door, the body was standing with a twisted smile and glassy eyes locked on me. I tried to call the security guard, but my phone only played a recording with a distorted voice. "We are all here, waiting." The pounding on the doors intensified, and I felt something moving behind me. I quickly turned around, but the room was empty. The next morning, I tried to tell my supervisor what happened, but no one believed me. That night, I decided to record the events. I placed my phone in front of chamber number 4 and left it recording while I worked. When I reviewed the video, I saw something that paralyzed me. The body from the chamber walked out, approached the camera, and whispered, "He's also dead, but he doesn't know it yet." That was the last night I worked at the morgue. I ran out and never went back. Days later, I found out that the morgue was shut down after several employees mysteriously disappeared. However, one night while I was sleeping, my phone turned on by itself and the video started playing on its own. At the end of the video, the figure approached the camera so closely that its deformed face filled the screen. And in a chilling whisper, it said, "There is no rest for the living."